to mention a few words about Bilal, a classmate of mine. Many of the class only knew Bilal for about 2 or 3 weeks, which makes it even more amazing how he impacted us and the rest of the class. Although we hadn't known him for long, it was easy to see that this young man was going to get far in life and in the Akhirah. It was the little things that made us love him deep down. And see what a beautiful personality he had. When I picture his face in my head, he's smiling. I can't remember a time when he wasn't smiling, except for when he was engrossed in his studies. He was respectful to everyone and carried himself in a very humble manner. He was well-mannered, to say the least. Not only was he kind and caring, but he was smart too. The classmates would ask him to help him, to ask him for help, and without a second thought, he would help us the best he could. When many of the class were sitting in the mutala room revising, Bilal was in his Hafiz class, working very hard, as I imagine. And he only came to join the rest of us when there was maybe an hour or 45 minutes left. And when he comes down to sit with us, he doesn't start with his own work. Rather, he takes time out for anyone who needs help. Bilal was the glue that held us all together. And it's only now that he has gone that we realize this. No doubt the class has suffered a great loss, but we all know that him and his family has died as martyrs and truly succeeded in their pursuit of happiness. May Allah grant Bilal and the rest of the family Jannatul Firdaus, and grant the father strength, patience and the ability to get through the death of his loved ones. Ameen.
Was Liaqat Gul, who's in the first year of his Alima studies, just giving an account of the impact Bilal had on his class in a matter of weeks. This is what we heard with regards to Bilal. I've also come to know from some of our female staff that Zainab was exactly as he described. If any of the girls in the madrasa wanted any help, they would go to Zainab. And she was there, ready to talk to anyone in any sort of distress or difficulty. Zainab was there. I want to share with you something which I myself found very touching. And obviously this is a taqdeer of Allah Ta'ala. On Fridays in our madrasa, for the students who are becoming Ullamah, we have something called Anjuman. In this Anjuman, as part of their studies, they have to prepare a speech. The turn comes every 2-3 weeks. They're put into groups, and they have to give a speech to the students. This trains them to, give lectures. So when they leave the madrasa, they're able to basically give bayans, khutbahs, etc. It's part of their curriculum. Now, Bilal, yesterday on Friday after Jummah, his Anjuman, his lecture was due after Jummah yesterday. Bilal left the dunya on Thursday evening. On Friday morning, when some of the students were in the class, and the Asatidha were doing the register, going through all the students, Bilal was not there. But what they found on his place was a written out of his prepared, typed up Anjuman Bayan. And the taqdeer is, the title of the Bayan is death. When I spoke to Dr. Saab on Friday, before Jummah, he was saying that he had spoken to the family around 11 o'clock, just an hour and a half before the incident happened. And he spoke to all 4 members of his family. And they were telling him, his wife, Dapa was telling him, and his son was telling him, Bilal was telling him that I just came home a bit late today. I had to prepare my speech. I've got to already, that inshallah I'll be delivering it tomorrow, which was supposed to be yesterday. So I think it's only befitting that I read out to you his bayan as he himself would have delivered it and word to word. So bear with me inshallah when I